in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Here we go.
On first down, Boykin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Boykin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
Come on, let's go.
They'll throw on first with Boykin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Boykin again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Boykin. And Eifert has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Boykin. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Flacco from midfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First and goal from the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And that one makes it 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And some space here. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but When you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to them, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That is caught inside the 5. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Boykin on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play call.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Single slot.
Out of the gun, Boykin. But escapes the sack. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Here we go!
Throwing here, Boykin on first. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10 now, Boykin. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Torrey Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Second down, Flacco now. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Mixon, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Boykin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. The slot man in motion right. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Boykin on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go. 38.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 3rd and long for Boykin. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Glasgow busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. So sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Ravens taking the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On first down, Flacco. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And avoids the contact by sliding. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Flacco. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Flacco. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Boykin on 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. In motion now is Lee. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Flacco looks to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward right near the 39. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. From the shotgun, Boykin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play clock winding down. Here's Boykin to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Flacco will use the arm this time. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Going deep for Moncrief. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Flacco from the gun. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Carl Lawson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is brought in at the 21. Bernard shows the agility. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Boykin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Carruthers breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun, it's Boykin. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll throw on first with Boykin. A swing pass caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this, or this is pretty big?
I put a star. They go play action here on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go.
Boykin. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because our only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. He's back to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Back to throw. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final.